Good morning. Let me ask you something. How bad do you want it? I'm not asking if it sounds nice. I'm asking if you want it bad enough to fight for it, to sacrifice for it, to stay up late, to wake up early, and to keep pushing even when everything in you screams. Listen to me. Life isn't going to hand you anything. Nobody's going to knock on your door and say, here, I noticed you've been dreaming big. Here's your success on a silver platter. No. Success just doesn't come to the one who wants it. It doesn't come to the one who wishes for it. It comes to the one who grinds for it every single day. I know some of you are tired. You've been working, you've been sweating, and it feels like nothing's happening. But let me tell you something. Greatness isn't built in comfort. Greatness is forged in the fire of struggle in the face of adversity when the odds are stacked against you and you're down to nothing but your determination and your will. That's when champions are born. There's a moment in every grind when quitting feels easy. It whispers to you, this is too hard. But that's the moment that separates the weak from the strong. Winners don't stop because it's hard. Winners push through because they know every rep, every step, every hour they put in is building the life they've been dreaming about. Success rewards effort, not excuses. This is one of the most fundamental truths of life, yet it's often the hardest for people to fully embrace. We live in a world where it's easy to point fingers, blame circumstances, and list reasons why something didn't happen the way we hoped. But excuses are nothing more than temporary relief, a way to justify not doing what needs to be done. They may ease the sting of failure in the short term, but they do nothing to push you closer to your goals. The truth is, the only thing that can bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be is effort, consistent, intentional, and relentless effort. Effort means showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It means putting in the work, not just when things are easy, but when it's hard, when it's inconvenient, and when it feels like the odds are against you. That's the grind. That's where growth happens. You can have the best plan in the world, but if you don't execute it with effort, it's worthless. Too many people get stuck in the planning phase thinking they need the perfect circumstances before they can begin. They wait for the right time, the right resources, or the right motivation. But the reality is, waiting only delays progress. Success doesn't care about your plans, it cares about your actions. What are you doing today to get closer to your goals? That's what matters. Excuses are seductive. They make you feel justified in your inaction. You tell yourself you don't have enough time, enough money, enough support, or enough talent. But let's be real, there are countless stories of people who had far less than you do right now and still made it happen. They didn't wait for perfect conditions. They worked with what they had. They didn't focus on what they lacked. They focused on what they could do. That's the mindset you need to cultivate. When you focus on excuses, you give away your power. When you focus on effort, you take control of your future. Effort doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean you won't stumble or make mistakes. But it does mean you keep moving forward, learning, adapting, and growing. Each time you put in effort, you're building momentum. Momentum is a powerful thing. It's what separates those who dream from those who achieve. When you put in the work, even when you don't see immediate results, you're planting seeds. Those seeds will grow, but only if you keep watering them with consistent effort. Too many people quit right before their breakthrough because they let excuses convince them it wasn't meant to be. I don't be one of those people. Keep going. Effort requires discipline. It's not about doing what's easy, it's about doing what's necessary. Discipline is what gets you out of bed early to train, to study, to work on your craft. It's what keeps you focused when distractions are pulling at you from every direction. Discipline doesn't rely on motivation because motivation comes and goes. Some days you'll feel inspired and other days you won't. Effort doesn't care about your feelings. It's about commitment. It's about showing up and doing the work no matter what. That's how you build habits, and habits are what lead to success. Success doesn't play favorites. It doesn't care where you come from, what challenges you faced, or what obstacles are in your way. It only cares about how much effort you're willing to put in. It's easy to look at successful people and think they had it easy, that they were lucky, or that they had some unfair advantage. But what you don't see is the countless hours they spent behind the scenes grinding and failing, getting back up again. What separates them from everyone else isn't talent or luck, it's effort. They refused to let excuses hold them back. They chose to focus on what they could control, and they poured everything they had into making progress. Effort also requires resilience. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments when it feels like nothing is working. That's when most people give up. But those who succeed are the ones who push through. They understand that failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the process. Each failure is an opportunity to learn, to adjust, and to come back stronger. Effort means embracing failure as a stepping stone, not a roadblock. It's about having the grit to keep going, even when the path isn't clear, even when it feels like you're walking through darkness. The light is there, but you have to keep moving to find it. Effort is also about consistency. It's not about doing something once or twice and expecting results. It's about showing up every day, putting in the work, and trusting the process. Consistency compounds over time. Each small action you take builds on the last, creating a snowball effect that leads to massive results. But it takes time and it takes patience. Too many people give up because they expect instant gratification. They want the rewards without the grind. But that's not how success works. The rewards come after the work, not before. Greatness is forged in struggle, not comfort. This is an unshakable truth that separates those who dream from those who achieve. Struggle is the furnace where strength is formed, and without it, greatness cannot exist. Yet too many people run from struggle. They avoid the hard things, the uncomfortable moments, the uphill battles. They think that greatness can be achieved through shortcuts, through ease, or through sheer talent. But talent without effort, without resilience, and without the willingness to endure struggle will only take you so far. True greatness demands that you embrace the grind, step into the fire, and let the heat shape you. Comfort is seductive. It feels safe, familiar, and easy. But comfort doesn't challenge you. It doesn't push you to grow. It doesn't force you to become more than you are. In fact, comfort keeps you stuck. It makes you stagnant. It lulls you into believing that you're okay where you are. Even deep down, you know you're capable of so much more. Greatness is never born in a place of comfort. It's born in the moments when you're stretched to your limit, when you're pushed beyond what you thought you could handle, and when you're forced to rise to the occasion or fall short. Struggle is not the enemy. Struggle is the proving ground. Every person who has achieved greatness has a story of struggle. They faced adversity, setbacks, and failures. They've had moments when they wanted to quit, when they doubted themselves, and when the road ahead seemed impossible. But they didn't let those moments define them. They used them as fuel. They understood that struggle is a necessary part of the journey. It's not something to avoid, it's something to embrace. Struggle builds character. It reveals who you really are when the pressure is on. It strips away the excuses, the distractions, and the comforts, leaving only your raw determination and willpower. In the midst of struggle, you learn what you're truly capable of. You discover strength you didn't know you had, resilience you didn't know existed, and a fire inside you that burns brighter with every challenge you overcome. Struggle forces you to adapt, to grow, and to become resourceful. It teaches you lessons that comfort never could. When everything is easy, there's no reason to dig deep. But when you're faced with obstacles, you have to find a way. You have to push past your limits, think creatively, and keep moving forward, no matter how hard it gets. Struggle also tests your commitment. It's easy to say you want something when everything is going smoothly. But when the road gets rough, when the obstacles pile up, and when progress feels slow, that's when your commitment is truly tested. And do you really want it? Or do you just want the idea of it? Greatness doesn't come to those who dabble. It comes to those who are fully committed, who are willing to endure the struggle because they know the reward is worth it. Every step you take in the struggle is a step closer to greatness. Struggle is also where you find your purpose. It clarifies your vision and solidifies your why. When you're in the thick of it, when you're fighting to overcome challenges, you're forced to confront what really matters to you. Why are you doing this? What's driving you to keep going? Struggle strips away the superficial and gets to the core of who you are and what you want. It gives you a deeper sense of purpose and a stronger connection to your goals. Comfort doesn't do that. Comfort keeps you distracted. Struggle brings clarity. Greatness forged in struggle is unshakable. When you've been through the fire, you come out stronger, tougher, and more resilient. You know what it's like to face adversity and overcome it. You know that no matter what comes your way, you have the strength to handle it. That kind of confidence and resilience can only come from struggle. It can't be taught. It can't be handed to you. It has to be earned. And once you've earned it, nobody can take it away from you. Struggle also humbles you. It reminds you that nothing worth having comes easy. It keeps you grounded and grateful for every step of progress you make. When you've had to fight for something, you appreciate it so much more. You don't take it for granted. You value the journey as much as the destination because you know how much you've grown away. Struggle shapes you into the person you need to be to handle the greatness you're working toward. Comfort might feel good in the moment, but it doesn't last. It doesn't leave a legacy. It doesn't create impact. Greatness, on the other hand, is timeless. It's enduring. It's built on a foundation of struggle, of hard work, and of relentless effort. The struggles you face today are shaping you for the greatness that lies ahead. They are preparing you for the challenges yet to come and equipping you with the tools you need to succeed. Your vision is yours. Stay focused and committed. This is a principle that is easy to say but difficult to live by because distractions are everywhere. The moment you decide to chase your vision, you'll be met with opinions, doubts, and even outright resistance from others. Some people won't understand your vision because it wasn't given to them, it was given to you. It's yours to see, yours to build, and yours to fight for. The biggest mistake you can make is letting the noise of others' doubts drown out the clarity of your purpose. Staying focused and committed means guarding your vision like it's the most precious thing you own, because it is. When you have a vision, you need tunnel vision. This doesn't mean you ignore everything else in life, but it does mean you prioritize what matters most. You can't afford to give your energy to every distraction, every naysayer, or every opportunity that doesn't align with your goals. Every decision you make should be filtered through the lens of your vision. Does this help you move closer to your goal? Or does it pull you away? Staying focused requires saying no to the things that don't serve your purpose, even if they seem appealing in the moment. Discipline isn't just about working hard, it's about working smart and staying true to your vision. The commitment is the backbone of focus. Without commitment, focus wavers. Commitment means deciding that no matter what happens, you will not give up on your vision. It means sticking to the path even when it gets tough, even when progress feels slow, and even when you're tempted to quit. Your vision is not a hobby, it's your mission. Commitment demands consistency, and consistency builds momentum. Each day you show up and put in the work, you're reinforcing your commitment to your vision and making it stronger. The reality is, not everyone will support your vision. Some people will doubt you. They'll tell you it's unrealistic or impossible. They'll try to pull you back into their comfort zone because your ambition makes them uncomfortable. That's not your problem. Their doubts are a reflection of their limitations, not yours. You don't need their validation to pursue your vision. You don't need anyone's permission to chase your dreams. Your vision is enough. Your belief in yourself is enough. Stay focused on what you're building, and don't waste time trying to convince people who can't see it. Staying committed to your vision also means being willing to sacrifice. You can't have everything at once. Pursuing a vision often requires giving up comfort, leisure, and even certain relationships. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Every sacrifice you make is an investment in your future. The time, energy, and resources you pour into your vision today will pay off tomorrow, but only if you stay the course. Sacrifice isn't about loss, it's about prioritization. It's about choosing what matters most and being willing to let go of what doesn't align with your goals. Distractions are one of the biggest threats to focus. They come in many forms: social media, negative people, self-doubt, and even other opportunities that seem tempting but don't align with your vision. You have to be ruthless in cutting out distractions. Protect your time and energy as if they're your most valuable assets, because they are. Every moment you spend on distractions is a moment you're not working on your vision. Staying focused means being intentional with your time and making sure every action you take is moving you closer to your goal. Staying committed also means embracing the process. Progress isn't always linear. There will be ups and downs, victories and setbacks. Some days you'll feel unstoppable, and other days you'll question everything. That's normal. What matters is that you keep going. Trust the process, even when it feels like you're not making progress. Growth is often happening beneath the surface in ways you can't see yet. Stay focused on the work, and the results will follow. Commitment means showing up every day, regardless of how you feel, and putting in the effort because you believe in your vision. Your vision is yours, but that doesn't mean you have to do it all alone. Surround yourself with people who support you, challenge you, and inspire you. Find mentors, collaborators, and friends who share your values and understand your goals. But be selective. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Some people will drain your energy or pull you off course. Protect your vision by surrounding yourself with those who lift you up and hold you accountable to your highest potential. Staying focused also means staying adaptable. Your vision may evolve over time, and that's okay. As you grow and gain new experiences, you might discover new insights that shape your goals. Adaptation isn't the same as distraction. It's about staying true to your core purpose while being open to new ways of achieving it. Flexibility and focus can coexist, and together they make you unstoppable. Stay committed to the end goal, but don't be afraid to adjust your approach as needed. Ultimately, staying focused and committed to your vision is a daily choice. It's about waking up every morning and deciding that your goals are worth the effort, worth the sacrifices, and worth the challenges. It's about believing in yourself even when others don't. Your vision is the blueprint for the life you want to build, and it's up to you to bring it to life. Quitting is easy, but persistence builds champions. In every endeavor, there comes a moment when quitting feels like the logical choice. The weight of setbacks, the sting of failures, and the exhaustion of endless effort can create a powerful temptation to stop. But in that moment, the easy path is the one that leads to regret. Quitting might provide temporary relief, but it leaves the door to greatness closed. Persistence, on the other hand, is the key that unlocks potential. Champions are not the ones who never face adversity. They are the ones who refuse to let adversity find them. The path to success is not smooth. It's filled with obstacles, challenges, and moments of doubt. These moments are where persistence matters most. Anyone can keep going when things are easy, but it's the ability to push forward in the face of difficulty that sets champions apart. Persistence means having the resilience to keep moving even when progress feels invisible, even when it feels like nothing you're doing is working. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to your goal. It's in those small, consistent actions that champions are made. Quitting is easy because it provides an escape from discomfort. When things get tough, the human mind naturally seeks relief. It starts to rationalize why stopping is acceptable, why the goal wasn't realistic in the first place, or why continuing isn't worth the effort. These thoughts are deceptive. They're a defense mechanism designed to protect you from pain, but they also rob you of growth. Growth happens in the struggle. It happens when you push past the voice in your head that says, I can't, and you prove to yourself that you can. Persistence is not about ignoring challenges, it's about confronting them head on. It's about refusing to let setbacks derail you. Every champion has faced failure, but failure is not the end. It's a teacher, a stepping stone, a moment of clarity that helps you refine your approach. Quitting stops the lesson, but persistence ensures you learn it. Champions see failure not as a reason to stop, but as a reason to try again with more wisdom, more determination, and more effort. They understand that every no brings them closer to a yes, and every misstep brings them closer to the right path. Persistence requires grit. Grit is the ability to stay focused on your long-term goals even when the short-term results are discouraged. It's the determination to keep showing up, to keep putting in the work, and to keep believing in the process. Grit is what keeps you grounded when things don't go your way. It's what reminds you that setbacks are temporary, but giving up is permanent. Champions have grit because they know that success isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about overcoming them. The world is full of examples of people who achieve greatness not because they were the most talented, but because they were the most persistent. Talent might open the door, but persistence is what keeps you in the game. It's what allows you to keep improving, to keep growing, and to keep moving forward when others fall by the wayside. The truth is, the only way to guarantee failure is to quit. As long as you keep going, there's always a chance to succeed. Persistence ensures that you stay in the fight long enough to create your own opportunities. Persistence also builds character. Each time you push through adversity, You become stronger, more resilient, and more confident in your abilities. The struggles you face and overcome shape you into the person you need to be to achieve your goals. Quitting might spare you from immediate discomfort, but it also robs you of the opportunity to grow. Champions embrace the discomfort because they know it's temporary. They know that the pain of persistence is far less than the pain of regret. Persistence isn't just about working hard, it's about working with purpose. It's about keeping your vision in front of you and reminding yourself why you started in the first place. When the temptation to quit arises, persistence calls you back to your why. It reminds you of the goals you set, the dreams you're chasing, and the person you're becoming. Champions keep their eyes on the prize, and they use their why as fuel to keep going, even when the road gets tough. The journey of persistence is not a straight line. There will be detours, dead ends, and moments when it feels like you're moving backward. But persistence isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about finding a way forward, even if it's slower than you'd like. Champions understand that persistence is a marathon, not a sprint. They pace themselves, they stay consistent, and they trust that the effort they're putting in will pay off in time. Persistence is also contagious. When you refuse to quit, you inspire others to do the same. Your determination becomes a source of strength, not just for yourself, but for those around you. Champions are leaders, and part of leadership is showing others what's possible when you stay the course. Your persistence creates a ripple effect, encouraging others to keep going in their own pursuits. Quitting may seem like the easier choice in the moment, but it always comes with a cost. Persistence, on the other hand, is the investment that pays dividends. It requires effort, resilience, and an unwavering belief in yourself, but it's also the foundation of every great achievement. Keep grinding. Every step brings you closer to victory. This idea is simple in theory, but challenging to practice. The grind is not glamorous, and it rarely offers instant results. It's the behind-the-scenes effort, the hours spent working when no one is watching, the sacrifices that go unnoticed. Yet, this is where progress is made. The grind is where dreams are built brick by brick through consistent action. Success isn't about giant leaps, it's about small, deliberate steps taken every single day. Each step, no matter how insignificant it might seem, is a step closer to your goal. The grind is not always exciting. It can be repetitive, exhausting, and even discouraging at times. You might feel like you're not making any progress, but you are. Every step forward, no matter how small, matters. It's easy to look at the big picture and feel overwhelmed by how far you still have to go. But the secret to success is breaking that big picture into manageable pieces and tackling them one at a time. Focus on the step in front of you, not the entire staircase. Each small win builds momentum and moves you closer to the top. Grinding requires discipline. It's not about working when you feel like it, it's about working regardless of how you feel. Motivation might get you started, but discipline keeps you going. There will be days when you're tired, uninspired, or tempted to take a break. Those are the days when discipline matters most. The grind demands that you show up, put in the effort, and trust the process. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. The more consistent you are, the more progress you make, and the closer you get to victory. The grind is also about resilience. There will be setbacks, failures, and obstacles along the way. It's easy to let these moments derail you, but resilience means pushing through anyway. It means understanding that setbacks are a part of the journey, not the end of it. Each obstacle is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to come back stronger. Grinding isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about embracing them. The more you face and overcome, the more prepared you'll be for the next step. Resilience turns the grind into a process of growth rather than a source of frustration. Grinding is often a lonely journey. Not everyone will understand your goals or your commitment to achieving them. Some people might doubt you, criticize you, or even try to discourage you. But the grind is not about them, it's about you. It's about your vision, your goals, and your determination to make them a reality. You have to block out the noise and stay focused on your path. The grind requires self-belief, even when others doubt you. Trust yourself and your ability to overcome whatever comes your way. The grind teaches patience. In a world that values instant gratification, the grind forces you to play the long game. It reminds you that success is not an overnight achievement, it's the result of countless hours of effort compounded over time. Each step might seem small, but over days, weeks, and months, those steps add up to significant progress. The grind requires you to trust that the work you're putting in now will pay off later. Patience is what keeps you going when the results aren't immediate. Grinding also builds character. It shapes you into someone who can handle challenges, someone who doesn't quit when things get tough. The grind forces you to confront your limits and push past them. It shows you what you're capable of and helps you grow into the person you need to be to achieve your goals. Each step you take, each challenge you overcome makes you stronger, more resilient, and more prepared for what lies ahead. The grind isn't just about achieving your goals, it's about becoming the kind of person who can. The grind is not about comparing yourself to others. Everyone's journey is different, and comparing your progress to someone else's is a waste of energy. Focus on your own path and trust that you're exactly where you need to be. The grind is about competing with yourself, about being better today than you were yesterday. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a step forward. Celebrate your progress, even if it feels insignificant. Every step counts, and every step brings you closer to victory. The grind also requires sacrifice. You might have to give up comfort, leisure, or even relationships to stay committed to your goals. These sacrifices are not losses, they're investments in your future. The grind is about prioritizing what matters most and letting go of what doesn't serve your purpose. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Each sacrifice you make brings you one step closer to achieving your dreams. The grind demands that you stay focused on the bigger picture and remember why you started in the first place. Grinding is about embracing the process. It's about finding joy in the journey, even when it's hard. The grind is not just a means to an end, it's a valuable experience in itself. It teaches you discipline, resilience, and perseverance. It shapes you into someone who can achieve great things. The grind might not always be fun, but it's always worth it. Each step you take, no matter how difficult, brings you closer to victory.